Hi guys, we made it over here on Enzosnext, and I'm just out of reaching my pedals. Oh, come on. I need to readjust my chair again. I jacked it up before and now I've rebuilt the desk. I need to readjust. And I also need to put back on that so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Right, we're over here for the demo. I can see a vehicle over there in the distance. Now the purpose of this demo is we're going to have a look at an upgrade to the sprayer. Obviously we already have the sprayer and we already have the spinner, but they've been upgraded. I couldn't tell you what that little bit of grass on the floor there is. This is an old test save game I've been playing with. I've just set it up now for this. And basically by upgrades I mean I've been fanning about with the scripts. They're coming on really well. Just let me know what you guys think. I'm very impressed with what I've managed to achieve. And now for the moment of truth. Which should we start with? Well, this has come on a long way, but I started that one first. And I believe I've already had that on screen. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this at all. This is kind of cool though. But we'll have to go into external view for this bad boy. So basically, what I've been doing is putting adjustable widths on the things. Now that's where it began. You've obviously seen the sprayer in action. I don't think you have seen this at all. Obviously the sprayer started off, you could turn off the sections. Now we'll get back to the sprayer. That's really cool. Now this, the spec sheet for this on their website is 12 to 36 meters, and we have it in game as 24. It's kind of in the middle. This one, hey, there we go. Shame we can't do I don't know if you can put both of them in there. I'll have to experiment with that. But anyway, this goes up to 36 meters now, and when you first start with it in game, if you have it selected, it starts up at 36 meters. Now 36 meters, if I set this up right and turn that all the way down so it doesn't shoot off the end of the field before we actually see anything. Right, we're jacked out. Yep, we're jacked out. Turn him on. There you go. 36 meters with a nice wide particle system spray. Now if we hit the button, it'll drop down a bit. See? And the particles will drop down too. And we can go again. And again. All the way down to 12. And we've got it so the buttons highlight when you're over them. Just a little touch. You're drifting for some reason. Oh yeah, I've not primed the steering wheel. But yeah, I think that's really cool. Middle mouse button turns it on and off. It's handy. And you'll notice as well, 3, 2, 1, how slow that's going. If you jack him back up, it goes faster. It adjusts. This can get rid of the overlap problem we have with these. It's been bugging. I think it really started to annoy me in 15 when I started getting a little bit more serious and doing the roleplay stuff and really getting into it. And just the excessive use and waste was a killer. I think in 15 I actually adjusted it all so it worked off the same kind of range. I can't remember what I was actually using there. Everything fit the same size though. It was all the same. No idea what working width it was, but I adjusted the sprayer to the same, the spinner, everything worked on that width. And it was cool. It was cool. Now aside from the script that is running in this, it is just a default machine at the minute. Trying to keep it simple. I think in 15 I had it so you could stand next to it and open the top. I bet that script would work in 17. But I'm not messing about with that just yet. I want to get this one working because this is awesome. And on these, the default maps, they're all that open. It's good. Sorry, mouse. I don't even know why I picked it up. I said on these fields, it's not really much of an issue. Especially with the spinner, it's just a nice touch. But the maps are coming out now, the British maps, where the edges of the fields are bordered by hedges with collisions. Again, the spinner, not such a major issue with it. This, on the other hand, is a huge pain in the arse when you have that half sort of boom width to do up against the hedge. It's a big problem. Not anymore. It was mentioned when I put this on server to test that it would be really cool if you could fold it up, like fold individual sections and such like. Now, come on, work with me. I do have drive control on. Hee. So, if we pop the hood now, you see it's a little bit different to what it was. This is really cool. Now the middle buttons, if you press the right one, expand it, unfold it. It does not work on the X button anymore. Now I've changed the animation so when it unfolds a section you get that little pause. It's just so you've got time to let go of the button and it keeps it there, rather than having a constant animation of in and you're trying to get it just right and because it's set up now so it turns off every time you start the game. It's easier that way, basically. But we cannot turn on number 1 because it's folded. You'd have to unfold it to about there. You see number 2 turned off as well. See, all the way before you can turn on number 1 and number 7, and they turn off that quick. Now the rest of them turn off even quicker, and if you're forever trying to get that right thing, just it was going to bug me, so I just expanded the animation times. It just has that pause. It's lovely. It works. Now as you saw then, when you're folding in and out, it will turn off sections quite happily, but it will never turn off section 4 because section 4 is in the middle and doesn't actually fold. It doesn't turn it back on, so you have to do this yourself. But these 2 middle buttons do both animations. I've split the animation. It's not one anymore now, it's a left and a right. And these buttons handle the wings on their own. Now I've got it set up as well, so before it starts doing any of this animation business, it will read, it's called an animation time, because your animation has a set time. I think it's 0 to 1. And as far as the game's concerned, somewhere in there you have the seconds of how long it takes to play the animation. In theory, this script will get that and start the animation from there. In theory. Like that. See? But it's strange how that starts that there. I like it. It works. It's good. You can only unfold one at once. I have it from the guys that the boom arms are actually pretty light, so you can only have one open and it's fairly realistic. It does not off balance the tractor by an amazing amount. But yeah, she's good. We're down at 2 miles an hour, we're good. Right, fire her up. Activate. No! I'm having an issue turning the things off. I'm getting there. This is still a work in progress. As you can see, things are on and they shouldn't be on. It's proving problematic. I don't know what the issue is. I said the script at the minute is like 800 lines long and it's getting bigger, but these should not be on. You see, the thing is now to turn them on would actually turn them off because it's a toggle. It doesn't it's not hard coded. Bother, so it'll turn back on now. I wonder. That should turn that off. Yes. Should turn those off. Yes, there we go. So in theory, is it updated now? Yes. It's working now. Wonder what the issue there was then. Or was there? Yeah, it's happy now. Well, that's interesting. Why was it being silly? come on all... Has it come all the way? No, it hasn't. There we go. And there's the final part. It's a challenge. I need to have a word with a scripter and find out if it is possible to hard code what the work area should be set at. Because the example he gave me was a toggle. And the toggle is causing me a problem, as you saw there. Even though now it is working. And that should be turning off. And that's turning off. And that's turning off. So it doesn't make sense as to why it went weird. Has it got something to do with this? No, not a clue. Obviously, as you saw, it was a problem. I'm not sure how I broke it, but I did. More work required. There we go. You get the gist of where I'm trying to go with this. It's getting there. I just need to figure out. It's to set the work area active. The particles are controlled by the work area. If the work area is turned on, the particles appear. The particle effects, they call them now. And it's just getting that right. What was the problem? I did try figuring out the line myself, and it broke it somehow, and I can't remember for the life of me what it did. It didn't like it. I know that much. It really didn't like it. But anyway, that's the general gist of that and how it will work when it's finished. I just need to finalise the code and make it work how it should work. Obviously, you can see the HUD there, and when it's folded at a certain point, it should not be allowed to turn on, and it definitely shouldn't be on. Now, the toggling side of it is, if it gets toggled, it will turn on. No good. No good. No good at all. That was it. It was the working width that went nuts. I don't believe it listens to GPS anyway. It's quite happy at 15 meters. But the working width defines how much fertilizer it uses. And as that went nuts, it drained the tank in seconds. So that particular line of code I was experimenting with to hard set the work area active was an epic fail. So we're back on the toggle, because I know the toggle works. As you can see, wrong way. I think I've actually shown you this before anyway, on the actual Let's Play video. See, nothing's running, so it's not draining anything. And if you hit 4, it starts to drain it, but really slow. And it gets faster and faster and faster, faster, faster and faster, until we're up to full sort of full working width and maximum usage. It's no point having selectable widths if it's still going to use the full amount of juice. The whole point of being able to select, aside from it looks cool and really adds some immersion to it, is that we can save on the fertilizer. We will get there eventually. I definitely need to do some more digging around in that script. I'm going to have to wait till the assistants are online to pester them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this demo anyway, guys. Hope you like what's coming. These two scripts are pretty epic. Really impressed with how this one's coming along. Depending how easy it is, that one shouldn't be too hard to put into the big Bredel. Shouldn't be. Same with the Kverneland. Shouldn't be too hard to build into those three. I've already got it in that one. However, the sprayer is going to be a little bit more annoying. I have not had a look at that, but that is 1, 2, 3, 4 big sections. I imagine in real life you could turn off a lot more than what the arms do. It's just going to be a nightmare to do. I think I had a lot of struggle with the particle effects. That's all it is. Rather than a particle system which spews out various shapes from like a square, a defined square, a face of an edge, sort of the window of a tractor, that's what it comes from, and it just spews bits out. The particle effects that Giants use is actually a mesh, a model, and so for these it's like a cone shape, and they put the texture on it, and the shader that they add to it makes it move and animate, so you get the nice pretty look. It does look good, you can't knock that. It's just a bitch for some reason. When I was doing the Big M back in 15 and I tried doing them to that, sometimes they'd come out going in the right direction, sometimes they wouldn't, and I never figured out why, what the trigger was. So to do that how I'd like to do it could be a real pain. Same with this. I've never actually bought this, so I don't know what the arm situation is on this, but I'm being told by people that on these monsters you can actually turn off individual nozzles, and yeah, as awesome as that would be, it's not awesome at the same time. Oh wow, that is quite impressive. Jesus, that is huge. Wow. Okay. That is very cool, but the problem... Epic. You get out the back, nice. Yeah, so in theory you'd be able to turn off and on each individual nozzle from inside the cab. The problem with doing that is there's a hell of a lot of them, and to put them on that hood would just be ridiculous. So I'd have to try and split the effects. And I don't know if I'll be able to do it or get it right. Oh, I'm feeling a bit bummed up today, sorry guys. But yeah, that is the dream, to really do the good pack. But for now, we're sticking with the little Amazon. We'll see how it develops. Right, I'm going to call this from there guys and get back to the farm. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the demo. Hope you like the look of these things. I think they're really, really cool. Hope you agree. We'll catch you next time. Laters.